What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Brown, and this is Ash Brown Uncensored. On this program, I talk a little bit about everything. It may be pop culture related, but it's probably Ash Brown related, so you gotta stay tuned to see what exactly I'm gonna talk about. I am going to talk about something that just came to mind for me, and it's lunch. We're gonna talk about lunch. So, when I was a kid, I didn't necessarily. Okay, keep in mind, remind yourself that I started off my college years. Excuse me, I can't even talk. I started off my school age years in New York. Okay, so in New York, in the Bronx, everything was just better, in my opinion. Honestly, I had nothing to compare it to until I came to the South. And Southern cuisine can be an acquired taste if you're really conditioned to a certain cuisine of food, je ne sais quoi food. And so coming to the South, I didn't like the food either. I didn't like the people, didn't like the food, and just kind of was like, well, whatever. So when my mom got me a lunchbox, she got me my own lunchbox, and she was like, you know what? Well, you can make your lunch. This was stellar. This was grade A. I was like, yes, this is the thing. I am loving this, something that I can control. There's so much in life that you can't control. So I was like super excited about lunch. I was like, I am doing lunch. Yes, coming through. And that was it. From like anything from like peanut butter jelly sandwiches to bologna and like packing my little chips and then having my juice thermos. Right? Y'all remember those thermoses? Yes, I used to have a thermos and I used to put like my juice and stuff in there. Or if Grandma Lou was in town, she probably would put me some mint tea up in there. Either way, I was just like, this is it. This is my lunch. I don't care. Y'all don't like me. This is one moment in time that I am happy and I'm content is lunch. So that would kind of sporadically happen. Obviously, I couldn't make my lunch every single day or every single week, but it was fun. I enjoyed it very much so. And so as time went on, I went on to middle school. And keep in mind, I've shared on here and other platforms that my family is Caribbean. My family is from the islands. They're West Indians. All right. And so I am a descendant of West Indian people and a whole heap of other folks. So in West Indian culture, namely Jamaica, Easter time is really big for us. Easter is really, really big, and Jamaicans take Easter very, very serious. So that week prior to actual Easter, you are not to eat any red meat. No red meat. You can have fish, but you cannot have any red meat. So you better figure out some other stuff. And so one of our key meals and key things that we love to eat, not just during Easter, but pretty much any time, is bun and cheese. And just, to describe it, I would just say it's similar to fruitcake, but better, more flavorful, more diverse, and it's just better. In every sense of it, it's way better. And so bun and cheese, is the bun. You slice a piece of bun. And cheese, usually it's the tasty cheese that comes in the can. And all my other Caribbean people know what I'm talking about. So that was that. So for that week of, before Easter, I was packing my lunch every day. Or probably most days or whatever. And so I am so excited because, again, this is my heritage. This is my culture. And I've never really had to explain myself to people. And I've never really been questions about it. So it's lunchtime. I'm about to dig into this plate. I was like, I've been just dreaming about it. I ain't been paying attention to class or nothing. I've been looking forward to this bun and cheese. And I proceed to go ahead and, get my stuff out and everything. And I'm eating and I'm just enjoying it. I am in heaven. And I have a classmate that kind of look over and she's like, hey, what is that? And I hate to be the one representative of the Caribbean in that moment, because it's like, they're American, they're white, they're not going to get it. In this moment, do I attempt to explain what this is? And so she was a sweet girl, super, super sweet, but completely clueless. And so then I proceeded to educate her on what it was that I was consuming in the moment. And then she's taking time away from my sheer glee. And as soon as I finished explaining it to her, so she's like, oh, so it's basically like you're eating cake with cheese? That sounds gross. You know what? Just keep your comments to yourself, okay? Just keep your comments to yourself. And so in that moment, I realized there are just going to be people that don't understand, and it is not my responsibility to explain it to them. So from that point forward, when people would ask about my heritage or ask different things about the culture, I would just give them very much a textbook explanation to just be in and out of there, because if your mind is not open to listening to something different, there's nothing I can do to help you. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing I can do to help you. And more importantly, you're going to miss out on a lot of things in life because you're closed-minded and because your brain can't wrap around different concepts. That's not my fault. No, not in the least. So yeah, that was my lunchtime story. I don't know why this just randomly came to me, and I said, you know what? I think we ought to talk about lunchtime. I think we should talk about lunchtime. Anyways, I hope that you guys have a fantabulous, wonderful, just beautiful week ahead. Yes. Good energy, good vibes, productive, and peace. That's all I wish for you guys. Peace. Wherever you are, wherever you can hear my voice, thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you for supporting ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. And of course, I am One Love Ash across social media platforms. So if you're not already following me, go ahead and follow me at the number 1, LOVEASH. And I will holla at y'all later. Have a great week.